How are you doing? Stringer here, Stringer's Tips and Advice. We've come to Sharm El Sheikh. We're staying in sort of like Nabq, and we watched a few advice videos on things to do and things you should sort of like see and whatever, but didn't really find any of them as helpful. None of them really covered everything. So I put this together. We're staying in the Aurora Oriental in Nabq. It's a really nice hotel. It's probably new in the 80s, 90s. Little bit dated, but that's Egypt in general. Most places are like that. We found it really good. The food, very nice. Staff all polite. Again, on YouTube, a couple of people have moaned. If you're polite to people, people are polite back. And we found that just learning a couple of words is helpful. Like, sort of like thank you is shukran. So it's just a few couple of words you need to learn. Some of them are really hard though, so a bit of forward warning. Get a translator onto your phone. So you can just touch the microphone and you will be able to explain to people sort of some things that you want. We found that invaluable, especially my wife Amanda, me and Amanda. It's been brilliant. Also, another tip, download yourself a currency converter which doesn't have pop-up ads on it. We downloaded the first one and then you were sort of waiting in shops while you had different things popping up for different games, and we found it hard work. So we looked for one and then we found one now. If I can, I'll try and fit the link in on the end of the video to it and see how that goes. But all in all, nice. It's 38 degrees today by the pool, that's in the shade, so probably touching 51, 52, bit hot, sat outside here on the veranda, but don't let it put you off, it's absolutely beautiful. We have had a bit of a problem with mosquitoes, but what we have found is sort of like by the springy boing leg bands and the mozzie bands. We do have a couple of sonic things that clips you about. They're only pence at home, so just buy them on Amazon. But they do make a difference. But also, what we didn't do is put them on the plane before you land, because as soon as you open them doors in the airport and go through the airport, wait in security, get in your taxi, come to your hotel, you've already been bitten, so it's too late then. So we didn't put them on till we in the next morning, because we arrived late on Sunday night. So put them on when you get here, when you land, so you can be a little bit more covered than what we were. We've been out and about. It's nice and safe, everyone's good. As they say, there's a lot of CCTV in Sharm El Sheikh, Nabq, everything's really good. And for travelling around, just don't even sort of bother wondering, just get a taxi everywhere. If you download the InDrive app, that's INDRIVE, it's a local taxi app. You put in the app where you want to go, put in the detail, press search, it brings you up the price that you should be paying or what they think the trip is worth. So for instance, we went to the old market last night and I thought, oh, how much is this going to cost? It's 24, 26 kilometres. So we put it in the app, it comes up as like 260 Egyptian pounds. That is peanuts. You get 675 to a tenner at the moment. So down the road, half a mile that we go to our restaurant, it costs us 60p to get home in a taxi, 50 Turkish lira. It's 50 Turkish Egyptian pounds. See, I keep getting confused with Turkey. But we found it great. And even if you don't use your InDrive, you can use that as a guide to how much you want to be paying, because you will get the taxis that come up to you sort of elsewhere and they want to charge you double, and you just say no, InDrive will pick me up for this much and offer them that much. That's it. If it's 280 or 250, just offer them 300, and just get there. But everything's been beautiful, the pool, the staff. We've got a couple of excursions booked, and we found, just through a bit of research on the local sort of advice pages, that Tito Travel was brilliant. If you just look for it on Facebook, Tito Travel, that's Tito Travel. The lady there, Tina, she was brilliant, and we got it for a big saving of what we could have got it if we'd have got it direct from the hotel. I think the two of us, we saved £10 on the boat trip for the day. We saved £10 each on the dolphin show. They're just trying to make a commission on the pool. You can't knock them. But if you just go online, Tito Travel is probably the best recommended here. Out and about, what to do at night. I mean, we found the hotels all in Egypt. The shows aren't very good. Nothing's very good. But coming here is all about being by the pool, being in the sun, being in the sea. To be honest, you just go out at night, just jump in a taxi and just decide where you want to go and head that way. We found a beautiful local place for food. It's called Abu Ali, Aboali, Abu Ali, and we had a beautiful, massive mixed plate of meats, like a sharing dish between two. It had pork chops on it, shish kebab, steak. It had all the dips, all kind of salad, pickled veg. We had proper Egyptian coffee, or Turkish coffee if you want to call it, that's all the same. And then we had some mint tea to finish, which we found really cleansed your palate at the end, which was good, and it stopped you feeling as stuffed. And all this came to probably about £8.50. It's so cheap out here. And then, sorry, our 70p taxi home. So all in all, an expensive night. Not. UK, take some notes. Please drop your prices. We can't fault it here. Absolutely loved it. It's our first time in Egypt, and we've loved it. It's been brilliant. The people have been nice. The hotel, we will come back to this hotel. That's the Aurora Oriental Resort in Nabq. It's perfect, and it wasn't as dear as some of the others, and apparently it's no worse than all the others. People that we've been speaking to here have been coming, some of them have been coming last year for the past 10 years, so there must be something right. Plenty of shops outside the hotel to have a bit of a haggle. We found that going to Soho Square, we went to Soho, it's like moths to a light bulb. I think it's very expensive. It was full of Brits, obviously full of other tourists as well, but we found it was dearer. It's like Las Vegas. It's beautiful. Take your camera, take some pictures. It's a must see. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, and the only competition they've got each other. But there's thousands of people there, so they're not really struggling for business. There's plenty of tourists, and they don't need to drop the prices as low. We then moved on to the old town by the mosque in Sharm El Sheikh. I think it's called the market area, and the shops there, they were half the price, 2/3 the price. They were more helpful. They wanted your business. They needed your business because they run down. Very good. Very good. We much preferred it there. We had some beautiful food, sat on the rock faces where the waterfall is overlooking the town. Had a walk round, and everybody was dead helpful. So tips for what I can see from here is just be nice to people and they're nice back. Just be careful with some of the taxis though. We did just stop one person, and he brought us back because I just in a place where the internet didn't work. For long it kind of went off, so I knew how much we paid to get there, so I paid the 300 to get back. We jumped in a taxi, and the man comes to work for 2 weeks. He lives 200-300 kilometres away. He comes to work for 2 weeks. He goes home for 2 weeks, but he sleeps in the car, and you can tell it stunk. It was wow. You had to open the window. My poor wife Amanda sat in the back. She was, I kept laughing, turning around. So I do apologise for that, Amanda. you had to suffer the stench. But hey ho, a little tip. Everybody works hard here for the money. I mean, when you take on account the staff here in the hotels, on average they earn $200 a month. That's 152 pounds a month. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely scandalous. So please tip them well. I mean, for the amount that we consider not a lot, even if you just give them sort of like 100 Egyptian pounds, whatever, it's peanuts to us, but it means the world to them. So be nice, keep them smiling, and they'll keep you smiling for a lot longer. And that's about it really from Stringer's Travel Tips. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my holiday. See you later.